How many characters should be in your romance novel? Today we're going to talk about the 5 must-have characters that should be in every romance novel, as well as some extra characters you can add depending on genre. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, bestselling author of the Cinderella and Her 7 Guards series, and on this channel we talk all about romance writing, specifically for newbie and aspiring romance authors. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Monday. Now today we're going to talk about the 5 must-have characters you should cast into your romance novel and create really nice elaborate GMCs for. So the first one is your heroine. So typically the protagonist is a woman, not always. So this is usually the star of your romance novel. Now, obviously she needs somebody to fall in love with. So your second character is going to be your hero. Now, if you are writing a love triangle, you might have 2 heroes on equal footing that you're equally developing, but obviously one of them is going to win out, and that's the one that you're going to spend much more time doing character development for. Now, the third character is a sidekick. Usually only the female protagonist has a sidekick, and that one is a little bit more developed than, say, the sidekick for the male protagonist. Now, your hero can have a fully developed sidekick, but usually the female protagonist has someone who's just there for her, rooting for her, helping her out with things. And this side character doesn't have a lot of internal GMC until maybe the spin-off novel if you're writing a series where there is a new starring heroine in each book. So this is a good way to introduce a spin-off with your sidekick characters. Now, the fourth character is the villain. Now, the villain, just so you know, usually isn't another woman. So romance stories that have cheating in them are usually frowned upon and not something that fans are looking for. Even though that seems to be the obvious choice for the villain or the antagonist in your story, I would definitely not go down that route, so that it's such that when you read descriptions for romance novels, sometimes they will even say there is no cheating in this book because people get so upset when there is cheating in a book. So I would just steer clear of that, or him having ex-girlfriends or crazy ex-girlfriends or anything like that inside of your romance novel. Instead, the villain is usually an internal GMC. So it doesn't have to be a person. It could be an inner demon or some other inanimate object. Your fifth character is a huge cast of nobodies, which are just people playing different roles. So you have your bartender, you have your chauffeur, you have your doorman, right? So your barista at the coffee shop. These are characters in your book, but they don't necessarily have any development, even though they can be interesting. They shouldn't stand out. They're just simply props within your story. Now, if you're writing a young adult romance, you're going to need authority figures, you're going to need peer groups, and you're going to need parents. Those are pretty much par for the course for a YA novel because that's realistically part of their world. And if you are writing more of an adventure story, urban fantasy, sci-fi type of book, then you are going to also have a mentor character. Kind of like how Dumbledore was a mentor to Harry Potter. Of course, add in characters as they organically fit into your story. Just remember, less is always more. If you have some extra pages or you need to add in a subplot, simply develop more information or character development or actions or scenes with the characters that you already have. Remember, more characters frustrate readers and do not add to the overall value of your story like you may think. Let's just recap that list. The first is your heroine. The second is her love interest hero, or possibly 2 if it's a love triangle. The third one is a sidekick, and usually just the woman gets the sidekick. The fourth one is the villain antagonist, and remember, this could be a thing. It doesn't have to actually be a person, and for sure it should not be another person that is cheating. The fifth is a category of nobodies who are simply playing roles such as a bartender, a janitor, or a chauffeur. And you're also going to have to think about your specific genre. For example, in young adults, you're going to have to add authority figures, peer groups, and parents. And if you have a quest or adventure type of story, you might want to add in a mentor like Dumbledore for Harry Potter. I hope everyone's having a fabulous day. Remember, if you would like to write a romance, sign up for my free course, How to Plot Your First Romance. I will leave information in the description below. And otherwise, I will see you guys next week. Bye.